Let's go to occupied East Jerusalem and speak to Rateeba Natsheh. She's a political activist and a member of the Political Bureau of the Palestinian Democratic Union. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Firstly, your reaction to the delay from Israel in the release of these Palestinian prisoners.
Yes, actually, Israel is trying to put more pressure on the Palestinian side so they can lower their expectation and they can maybe broke the picture of victory that they got widely through the scenes of releasing the Israeli hostages from Jabalia, which was under siege and intensive attack for more than 100 days before this deal, and as well as the scenes of releasing the other two hostages in front of the house of Sinwar in Khan Yunis, with thousands of people supporting the Palestinian uh, the Hamas, yes, in real government, after they says that they destroy Hamas completely in Gaza and destroy the ability of the Palestinian there completely. Now we can see the scenes of vector. It's not in the Israeli sides, it's in the Palestinian sides. They try to weaken Hamas, but still they are on control. And this scenes and this view confused the Israeli community and put pressure on the Israeli government as well. After 15 months of attacking Gaza and destroying Hamas, now they look to be on control and with fully support from the people in Gaza Strip. All of these scenes put the Israeli government under pressure, and they want to show back that they still have control on this deal, and they are not pushed to this deal, and they are not doing these exchange of prisoners under pressure from anyone, and they can't stop it. They can stop it anytime they want. So they try to delay releasing the Palestinian prisoners, as well as attacking their families with they in front of Ofer prison, where they were collecting to see the release of their sons and the Palestinian prisoners from there.
Okay, so you see this as a show of power, a show of force from the Israelis.
Yes.
What is the sentiment, though, among Palestinians in the occupied West Bank? We often hear about how every Palestinian knows someone who has been arrested or jailed, or themselves have been arrested by Israeli forces.
It's really a scene of victory for every Palestinian. It's like everyone feel that those people is alive again after 15 months of being under tortures, under very bad conditions in the Israeli jails. We hear about like more than 56 of the prisoners die through these conditions, very difficult conditions. So everyone get released in this deal is alive again, and he has or she has a new chance of living and starting a new life free. We are talking about children's. More than 30 children will be released today, or 30 children will be released today, and they will be connected with their families. We are talking about people who judged for lifetime several times or for a very long period of prison. So to be connected with their families, it's really a victory for the Palestinian, because one of the goals that we put as a Palestinian is to release every single prisoner from the Israeli jails. So this is a view of victory. Everyone is happy and waiting to receive those prisoners and to hear about their stories, about their situation and all of these things. I know many people who didn't see children from those prisoners. They didn't witness the birth of their children, and they will meet them for the first time. Many of those prisoners was punished by not allowing them to have a family visit for more than 15 years. So they know nothing about their families and their family members, and they will join them for the first time, and they can talk with them for the first time. So I think a lot of emotion and a lot of stories we will hear in the near days, in the future,
Mhm.
near futures, about those prisoners and their stories.
And we have already heard so many of those stories from the prisoners who have already been released since the ceasefire came into effect almost 2 weeks ago. We've seen hundreds of Palestinian prisoners released. But then at the same time, we've also seen so many more Palestinians being arrested over the last 10 days or so after those violent and deadly raids that have been taking place in refugee camps in Jenin and Tulkarm.
It's a continuous story. It's a continuous story. We can't stop these attacks and these unfair prisoner for prisoning for those or arresting for those people without ending the occupation. The end of the occupation will be the only solution to stop these continuous attack on the Palestinian refugee camps, on the Palestinian cities and countries, and the arresting of hundreds of people from the Palestinians. But still, we are talking about people who were judged for lifetime, a very long time, suffering in the jails. So they have now like a new hope of living, and this kind of releasing of those prisoners will give more hope for other prisoners and people that they will be released very soon, and we will end this occupation. As we know, our struggle is a very long struggle, and this is just one period from this struggle. It's not the end of the occupation still, and we didn't got our freedom, and still we are struggling for this freedom, and many people will pay a very expensive price for this freedom. So yes, we know this as Palestinian, but still we are happy for every single victory that we can achieve.
Rateeba Natsheh in occupied East Jerusalem, thank you so much for your time and for speaking to us. Appreciate it.